Now today we're going over a possible theory that someone had mentioned to me a few days ago. The possibility that Isagi is stealing all of his former teammates' abilities. Now this theory does sound crazy, but let me go into detail exactly why I think this. Now in the Neo Egoist League, Isagi has now faced Batra and Chigiri, and Gagamaru and Kunigami are on his team, with Igarashi. In the latest chapter, chapter 212, we see that Isagi has evolved tremendously in speed, dribbling, and now he has a new lefty shot. These three abilities are all the abilities that his former teammates Batra, Chigiri, and Kunagami all excelled at. Now when I say steal, I don't necessarily mean he takes their ability and becomes better than them at their ability. I mean he just takes their ability and uses it for himself, similar to Ryo's ability, or a little bit slimmed down. We have seen many highlights now from his former teammates, and it looks like Isagi has been keeping a close eye on their abilities and has been training on all of these abilities specifically. First, let's start with Batra. Now Batra has always been known for his unique monster style dribbling and passing. Batra's dribbling technique allows him to break through most defenses with only high level players being able to stop him, but it's very rare to see the ball stolen from him. Team Z heavily relied on his dribbling ability to get the ball down the field during the first selection. His dribbling is rivaled only by a handful of players in bluelock, and mixed with his key passing skill, he has proven to be a much needed asset on any team. After the initial training of the Neo Egoist League, Batra has evolved his dribbling by moving away from proactive dribbling to more counteractive dribbling, preferring to read his opponent's movements first, maturing in the way he moves down the field. Batra's dribbling style relies on his supreme technique and creativity to get through other players' defenses. His dribbling ability is so advanced that Isagi has noted before that it would be impossible for him to outright steal the ball in a one-on-one. During the second selection, Batra evolved his dribbling to a new ego style, where he refuses to pass the ball, preferring to move dynamically past defenders alone. If his team will not challenge his expectations, then he does not care to have them in his plays. This is demonstrated to devastating effect when he dribbled past Isagi and then proceeded to take on all three defenders, Chigiri, Baro, and Nagi, breaking past them all to go through the goal, and once again when he single-handedly broke past the entire Japan U20 defense. After training under Levinho and with FC Barca, Batra has decided to mix his dynamic and explosive dribbling with the free-flowing style of FC Barca, creating a whole new ego to his style. Isagi and Batra's relationship was huge for Isagi, as that was his closest friend on Team Z, and he relied on his passing and creativity for his shots. Now that he's training, it makes sense for him to work on his dribbling, and I think that watching game tape of Batra helped that out a lot. Even in the first match against Barca, Isagi knows that he needs to burn everyone's plays into his mind and find every opening and weakness. Isagi analyzes Batra's dribbling to an extent and realizes just how much he has progressed than before. Batra's dribbling style was a more relaxed one where he has a lot of options but waits for his opponents to make a move first and then he counters from that. In the newest chapter, we see some similarities as Isagi's dribbling is now using a teammate as a pawn to get past an opponent. I think Batra's dribbling skills have put an impact on Isagi, but like I said, there's no way for Isagi to actually gain the Jinga-esque monster dance like Batra, but I still think his dribbling skills have gone up due to being near Batra. Next we have Chigiri. Chigiri's natural physical disposition allows him to run at incredible speeds compared to most players, and along with his great focus, he is able to keep control of the ball and his speed while moving through tight spaces between players and switching between dribbling and passing seamlessly. After training with Manshine, Chigiri more carefully decides where he's going to cut and run, as Chigiri now aims for his ideal shooting zone, using his refined speed and dribbling instead of blindly into the penalty area as fast as possible. Chigiri has naturally strong leg muscles and expert footwork, which enables him to run down the field at incredible speeds. Chigiri is generally considered to be the fastest player in bluelock, and only players with immense speed like Shido, Itoya, and Zantetsu can compete with him. While his speed is rivaled by a handful of players as of yet, nobody has been able to beat him in direct contests at maximum speed. Chigiri has even sped past Aiku Oliver, the #1 defender of the Japan U20. This speed combined with his perception and awareness of positioning enables him to choose the appropriate breakthrough point in an opponent's defense in the speed through. In addition to this, Jiri has demonstrated the ability to directly kick the ball and follow it, resulting in a wide dribble that can break apart an enemy's formation. It is for these reasons Jiri has one of the best breakthrough abilities in bluelock. Now one thing Isagi also lacked from before was speed, but now it seems like his body can even take on speed battles just like Jiri. In the Manshine match, he was even able to slip through Jiri and break his ankles getting past him. Now remember, Chigiri's speed allows him to move through tight spaces and keep control of the ball. Isagi in the latest chapter decides to dribble and go through a tight space with speed to get past Aiku and Nico. This is a new style of Isagi that we have never seen before. His footwork is way better than the Manshine match, and you can tell that he's been working a lot on speed as well. This is definitely an indicator of Chigiri's playstyle that Isagi has incorporated into his own style. Now we have Kunagami. I think Kunagami was a huge inspiration for Isagi, as he told Isagi he wanted to be a hero when they first talked with each other after the Team X game. Now Kunagami has abandoned that hero role and has become the wild card, but now I think Isagi has taken over that mantle as bluelock's hero. Kunagami is on the same team as Isagi, so it's different than Batra and Chigiri. He gets to see Kunagami's progression in real time, day to day. Isagi was able to see Kunagami's data, and you can see here that all of his stats are above a B grade except passing, which makes sense. Then we look at Isagi's score, and his dribbling and passing is the worst at C grade. He then noticed that his power is only at 72, and he recognizes that they are not impressive, and he wants to increase his physical abilities. He was amazed to see Kunigami already get a spot in the top 11 so quick, and realized that he was the hint for Isagi to get into the regulars as well. Now, Kunigami was known for his lefty shot and power from long range and blue lock, but now in the Neo Egos League, he also gained the ability to use his right leg. Isagi was even curious about the wild card for Kunigami, and starts to ask some questions about what he's been doing there, and finds out how they tried to make a copy of Noah Noah's physique and ambidextrous ability. Being a high-powered left-footed shooter, Kunigami is a rare type of striker. Kunigami was tied for top scorer on Team Z during the first selection, and only because another teammate cheated to get their goals to tie with him. When left unmarked, he is guaranteed to make an easy goal. After emerging from his time in wildcard, Kunigami's physical abilities have also been noted to skyrocket since his last appearance in the second selection, and he can now use both feet to score. While the rest of the Germany Stratum Blue Lock players struggled to compare to the Muchen players, Kunigami easily kept up with them during training and ranked amongst the top 3 players in the entire stratum. Isagi specifically goes to Kunigami for help, and we now know that he asked for help on creating a new direct shot with his left shot. Now, I'm not sure why Kunigami helps him here, as all of their conversations after the wild card have been pretty much non-friendly, so Kunigami helping him with his new shot must have either made Isagi make a deal, or maybe Kunigami still has some hope left in him to help a friend. Either way, Isagi has gained a lefty shot now, just like Kunigami. It is not better than Kunigami's lefty shot, but it's still a new skill that Isagi's picked up once again from his former Team Z companion. Let me know how you guys feel about this theory. Team Z had many memorable moments, and that team has the most players still in Blue Lock currently. The only other players from Team Z that Isagi does not have skills from is Gagamaru and Igarashi. He also does not have any skills from Raichi. Now remember, he also took Naruhai's blind spot skill before eliminating him in the second selection as well. Now Gagamaru has a spring-like body that allows him to extend his body forward to score, so I don't see Isagi taking that. And Gagamaru is a goalkeeper now as well, so I don't see Isagi needing goalkeeper skills. And for Igarashi, I don't know what skills he has except for talking. I guess drawing fouls, so maybe Isagi could use that in the future, but it's still a miracle that Igarashi is still here. Isagi keeps on developing even more, and the amount of skills he continues to learn is incredible. I know this won't be the last abilities he takes on and learns, as we are just on the Ubers match and we still have the PXG match after this. I wonder just how far Isagi will continue to go, as it seems like every chapter he just seems to do the impossible and impress us week after week. I can't wait to see what he does next and just what kind of game plan does he take into account now that he has scored a goal. Well, I thank you guys for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will be back in the next one. Peace.